In the meantime, check out roseslive.co.uk for more coverage and full listings. You're listening to Roses Live, brought to you by you.
And it's a turnover for York.
Right. Point for York with Chloe on the disc, and Daisy Daisy scored in the end zone. That's 1-0 to York.
Hi, if you're just joining us, this is the Women's Indoor Ultimate Frisbee. The game has just gotten underway, like you said. There's been a point for York. My name's Jess. I'm joined with...
My name is Nick.
And I'm Elijah.
And we will be commentating this match for you today. These guys have played Ultimate Frisbee. They probably know a lot more about me. But yeah, game's underway. Good point for York there, right out the gate.
That was a really, really good point. 2 Ds within one game is really, really good as well. So currently now, York is with the pull. So it's basically a pull is basically the long throw at every beginning of every match. And it's with Lancaster with the disc.
I will run you through the Lancaster team. There is Shauna, number 6. This is her third year playing Roses. There's Anya, number 16. She is the women's captain, and this is her 3rd year playing Roses as well. Ellie, 38. Rebecca, 82. And Laura, 25 on the pitch right now.
Currently York's with this possession. Unfortunately, it just didn't connect, but that's a really good effort from York. On the field, on York's team, we have 42, which is Daisy, number 40, which is Hannah, number 57, which is Chloe, which is also the women's captain. Oh, currently there's been a call whether or not that was in disc. It's been called as not in. So we're back to York. Really good cuts by Chloe through the defenders. Right, and that's been a score for York. That was another score to York, which the current score is now 2-0. I think that was a really, really fun. There was a really fast match as well, with York giving a lot of gift goals and cutting through the Lancaster team as well.
For those who are maybe less familiar with Ultimate Frisbee, the goal is to get it into the end zone.
Yes.
Is that right? And that's the bit right down the end there. They're playing to 13?
Games to 13, yeah.
Yeah, 13 points or half an hour, whichever comes first. Earlier in the season last year, York and Lancaster met at regionals, which helps the teams qualify for nationals, and York won 13-2, so I think it's fair to say that they are strong favourites coming into this game.
And the disc was intercepted by York. And that's a score for York! Scored by Izzy, which is also the vice captain of the women's team.
And they're very excited about that.
Yeah, that is the legendary York, York, York chant that you'll hear in every single competition that we're in.
What's that brought the score to now? Where are we at?
So that'll be 3-0 to York.
3-0 to York.
Chloe's with the pull.
Anya bricks the pull. It has been contested, so Frisbee is a self-ref game, so all of the officiating is done by them, and they will usually discuss when a call happens and resolve it from there. It's a quick turnover
intercepted
for
by
York.
Hannah, and that's a score for York! York's been really, really good with basically once they possess the disc, they're really quick to turn, and they're quick to basically give to anyone who is available and who's free. Which I think that Lancaster kind of needs to figure that out a little bit more.
Lots of love for York here in the hall today.
Lots of
Lots of
love.
great signs. We love to see. I don't know what, there's one about being vegan. I'm not quite sure what that means. Well,
The Lancaster team name is called Fish, so...
I see.
And that's an interception by Anna, which gives the disc back to York now. Swing it to Sasha and to Daisy. Now they're trying to find an open option. That's Hannah was on a reset, but Chloe was free. And Anna's with the score, and that's another point to York.
Hi. That's 5-0 to York now. I say with so much confidence.
Yeah, and yeah, Ultimate, especially indoors, is quite a fast-paced game. So sometimes there will be times where even the teams themselves will be like, "So what's the score, guys?"
I have no idea. I feel like we need those big scorecards.
Yeah. Hopefully the sideline now keep the score.
Lancaster with the disc. Maria has it on the halfway line. A big hammer to the end zone, or just goes over the top. So York back on O again.
The person who's having the disc right now is Chloe, who is also the captain of our women's team. Currently, York's in the stack formation, trying to figure out open space for them to cut through, which Daisy does. Daisy gives it back to Chloe and gives it back to Sasha. Unfortunately, the disc wasn't connected well and got intercepted by Lancaster.
Yeah, Shauna with the block there, and Anya now handling from just at the front of Lancaster's own end zone. It's a shot to the middle. Maria catches. Maria passes to Ellie. A chance for Lancaster's first point here. Ellie back to Anya. Anya to Shauna. Shauna throws it deep to Ellie. Oh! Just a drop in the end zone. Nearly a point for Lancaster there. York back with the disc again now.
Chloe's on the disc right now, trying to figure out who's open and who's going to cut to the open side. Rebecca gets the disc. Tries to do the inline shot, but this doesn't happen. It's a floaty above shot. And it's an easy score for York. A little cheeky overhead.
Score now at 6-0.
6-0 to York, yeah.
So York are really running away with this, as it stands. But all could change.
But it's a really good effort by Lancaster as well. They've intercepted the disc numerous times, so it's really putting pressure on our defense and our offense especially.
Is this a break?
Either York or Lancaster have called a timeout, I think.
So both teams are allowed to do that once throughout the game?
Once or twice.
Once or twice.
Yeah, I clearly don't know the rules either. Once or twice, not in the final 2 minutes of the game, if I recall correctly.
I see.
I know it's twice outdoors. Indoors, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
think it should be once.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
once per
should be
team makes
once.
sense, considering it's only a half-hour
Yeah.
game.
I think they're setting up to get started again. It's a very fast-paced game.
It is a really
It is,
fast-paced
yeah.
game. It's a lot of running involved.
Lancaster have bricked York's pool, which means they get to take it from halfway in their own half rather than from the front of the end zone. Arnie with the disc. Looks to reset to Shauna. Shauna throws one deep. And a good block by York's defender, number 56.
It's been intercepted by York. Has been catched by Anna, who went back to Isabel, who is open. Good weaving movement from York. York trying to find an open space, and it does! And Anna gets the score. Score now is 7-0 to York.
Some very clean passes down there.
It's a really clean pass. I mean, with the amount of training that York has went through over the entire year,
I
I'm
think it
really,
said
really
they've been
proud.
training sort of 5 times a week.
So you train about 4 times a week.
Christ.
2 times will be indoors, and then there'll be 2 times will be outdoors. So there's a lot of training that we actually go through as a team.
So they are very prepared for this match
We
today.
are quite prepared as well.
That's
yeah.
more than Lancaster. We only have a couple sessions a week. One at 7:30 in the morning, which isn't fun to get up for.
That's a pull bar.
Getting back underway now. A very nice pull from York, trapping Lancaster at the back of their end zone. Arnia's picking up the disc. And Lancaster setting up in a vertical stack here. Arnie goes deep, and it's another D by York.
Chloe intercepted the disc, and then back to Isabel. A lot of safe swinging options, which is really, really good, because you just don't want the pressure to get to you and to fumble your throws. And that's a toe-in by Izzy. A little cheeky toe-in.
So what's a toe-in?
So basically, when she catches this, she jumps into the air and lands into the end zone, and that's considered a score.
I see. Very skillful. So that score now is
8-0 to
8-0.
York.
It's very good to see both sets of teams, both older men's players and other women's players who aren't playing, to come and support.
This has been intercepted by York's Anna. Trying to find the open options. There's Daisy with the cut. Cuts it down, throws it to Anna, who is free. Throws it back to Isabel. And that's another score for York. York's been quite disciplined in terms of their movements, in terms of the cuts. They're trying not to run into each other or try to run into spaces where someone's already there, which I think is a really good effort by them.
Well, score's now at 9-0.
9-0 to York.
So clearly paying off, whatever they're doing. That 4 or 5 times training a week.
Really does.
You can see the effect. Some team tactics discussions happening.
On the line for Lancaster here is number 82, Rebecca, number 79, Jess, number 38, Ellie, number 16, Anya, and number 6, Shauna, and they are about to receive York's pull. Anya takes the pull, looks for an up-the-line shot, it's not there, swings around to Ellie, it has gone a bit far and gone out of bounds, so another turnover there.
This is given back to York. Number 57, Chloe, trying to find an open option, which Rebecca offers that. And it's another score for York, who Daisy catched it in the end goal.
Score now 10?
10-0 to York.
10-0, double digits. And it does say that the Lancaster team is mostly made up of debut players or new players.
Yes,
so
I believe there is 3 or 4 who are first years they lost.
So shout out to them for making it here.
Yeah, they lost a lot of women last year, so it is a relatively new team, and they've had to get lots of players in quite a quick turnaround, which has been difficult for the club. Laura fields to pull, looks for the quick swing, it's not there, takes Rebecca. Rebecca round to Shauna. Shauna with a hammer deep,
That's a hammer throw.
just comes short of where Anya was. And York back with the disc again now.
York Chloe passes it to Izzy, which Daisy gets an open option and shoots an downline throw. And unfortunately, just didn't really connect with the disc, going a little bit too over Chloe. This is going back to Lancaster.
Laura picking up the disc now. Let's see if Lancaster can register their first points on the board. It's a deep shot again. Oh, just in and out of the hands of number 82, Rebecca.
Current score is 10-0 to York, with York on the disc at the moment. Disc caught by Daisy. Sasha gives an open option, which Hannah offers the open option down the line. So swinging, and that's a score by Izzy, who is also the vice captain of the York's women's team.
Yeah, a really lovely toe-in at the end by the York player there.
So this game is worth 4 points in the overall, we're looking at Roses as a whole here. Last year, I believe Lancaster won this fixture with the women's indoors.
Yeah, they did.
So overall, at the moment, scores in the doors, York are on 51, Lancaster 87. So York could really do with those 4 points.
Yeah, it'd be very valuable.
Really important. And I feel like, especially with the current team now, they have a lot to prove, especially the fact that they lost last year. And they're just really giving it all.
They're coming back fighting. With the chanting,
exactly.
they're here.
I slightly feel bad for the Lancaster team, given the fact the amount of experience is on the York lineup as of now. Most of them have played in clubs, and we have even our captain who represented the Team GB in the under-20
Really?
in the under-20 category at one point. So it's quite a really experienced team as well.
Right, Lancaster with this now, looking to get their first points on the board. Oh, a great grab by Maria following up. Anya on the disc just outside the end zone now. Can Lancaster score their first points? Laura on the disc. No stall one. Maria on the disc again now. Laura's being poached. Laura's got the disc again. Oh!
And it's rolling away.
And York with a very, very nice wall to force a turnover there, force a mistake from Lancaster.
York swinging to Anna. Trying to basically give it to anyone who's open and try to cut in through the Lancaster wall as well. In terms of the wall defense, one of the best offense tactics is basically try to crash in as much as you can. However, with that comes with the risk of you actually dropping the disc. So York has to really basically work this out really slowly and try not to be hasty with any of the throws.
Score currently still 10-0.
Yeah, it's still 10-0.
And that's to York.
And that's another score for York.
Yeah, that was really, really nice patience from York there, just to not force the disc through the wall and wait for an opening after dragging the Lancaster players out of position.
Another timeout has been called by York.
Score currently stands 11-0.
11-0.
I think so.
Yep. Really confident that York might be able to take the win today, at least for the women's game. So
There's plenty more to come for Frisbee.
There's
Is this
plenty
the
more to
first
come.
Frisbee fixture
So it is
of
the
Roses?
first Frisbee fixture out of 5, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
today after this we have mixed indoors, then we have open indoors, and then tomorrow there is open outdoors and mixed outdoors. Sadly, there is not a women's outdoors fixture this year.
But plenty to see if you want to come down and have a look for yourself in person. But if you can't, keep an eye out on Roses Live, because all of it's being covered online across both our TV and radio streams.
So do keep an eye out on all the lovely signs that the York team made over the week.
What have we got down there? We've got, I like a classic York, exclamation mark, to the point.
Yep.
We've got Anna with a banana. I'm sure that means something. Maybe I need to be in on it to know.
We also have the very infamous LeBron sign.
Look at this guy.
If you ask any of the men's players, they will tell you that we've been chanting LeBron's name throughout nationals, and maybe that's the reason why we also got a win in Div 2. So
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the trick.
I'll praise LeBron.
We'll see if it works today.
We'll see.
They're getting ready to start again now.
So it's York with the pool.
Score 11-0 to York as it stands, worth 4 points in Roses overall.
What a lovely pull by York.
Charlotte bricks it. It has been contested, so it will be taken to the front of the end zone, I believe. Or they're just going to talk this out for a second. Yep, still talking this out.
Currently, York has positioned themselves to be a little bit more of a poachy defense, so they're trying to basically take any of the unders, and which involves quite a lot of switching.
Nice put to the break side from Shauna to Jess. Oh! Shauna tried to receive it back up the line, but it was dropped.
This goes back to York. Tries to go with the down the line throw, which works. Now swing it back to Rebecca. Back to Chloe. And that's another score for York.
It's 12-0 now.
12-0 now, yeah. Just one more point to the game ends. And there you have the classic women's pyramid.
That looks terrifying.
And like on an average training session, we will have 5 minutes dedicated to trying to form this pyramid, which clearly you can tell it has definitely paid off.
That was incredible. Well, if you missed the cheerleading yesterday,
exactly.
You've got this today.
If any of the York Hornets want to recruit some of the Frisbee players.
Is that the game? Or
that's what I'm now trying to figure out.
We may have been miscounting the scores the entire time.
It's such a fast-paced game.
Yeah,
sometimes
we may have missed the score.
Oh, wait, no. The latest update we've got is it is 12-0.
Okay, and that was 4 minutes ago.
So maybe that was match point.
Yeah, I'll shake in hands now.
Always reliable on Roses Live.
So yeah, that was the final point, and York Bagel Lancaster 13-0, getting 4 points to their total Roses tally.
And a very well played game by the
very
York
well
team,
played by
you have to
Lancaster as
admit.
well.
Yeah.
They really did put up a really good effort trying
They
to
did.
basically slow the York's offense.
And considering for so many it was a debut.
Exactly, yeah.
Incredible.
They should really feel like they're very proud of themselves as well. I know what it's like to be a fresher who's just started playing the game and having to go against quite a lot of experienced players. It's quite daunting, but I think they really put up a really good fight.
Yeah.
A really, really good fight.
And they had a good time. That was fun.
That's the whole point of Frisbee.
That's where the fun is. So get yourself down here. If you're free.
Currently, you have the mixed teams basically doing a little bit of warm-ups, a little bit of throwing, and yeah.
Okay. So that's it for the indoor women's match today at the Ultimate Frisbee. That's another 4 points in the overall Roses League for York. 4 points they desperately need in the overall standings. Lancaster pulling very far ahead so far. You guys had a good time?
I had a really good time. It was really, really fun watching them as well.
So we'll see how the rest of the Frisbee goes over the weekend. Stay tuned on Roses Live. Thanks for watching or listening.